Hi there, this is Mrs. Donut. Today we're going to review how to access and use OverDrive, which is our electronic book checkout system. You can check out both books that you can read the print, and you can also check out books that you can listen to, so audiobooks. So first of all, get your apps up on your screen and click on the Learning Portal. Your Learning Portal will take you to a page where you can choose to go to Middle School Resources. And then you'll find OverDrive Media and click on that. Please sign in using your lunch number and your password, which is your locker combination. All right, so you'll get a screen that looks like this, and just to review, if you scroll over the menu bar across the top, you can see that OverDrive organizes its books and subjects, also by collections, and maybe the most used parts of this list are most popular, the newly added books, and all audiobooks. We don't have streaming video at this time. That collection may develop in the future. And you could also search by either your interest level or your reading level. Of course, the search bar is up here. If you type in any topic or an author name or title, you could search that way as well. Before we go any further, I want to draw your attention to your count. This is where you could always look to see any books that you have checked out and how long you have left on them. Of course, the help option for any questions you might have. So we'll start out by just searching a subject, and I think we'll go ahead and go to historical fiction. So we have all of the historical fiction books here, and if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see that there are 126 titles with the tag words historical fiction, and it's just showing 20 of them. So below on the right hand side, you could fast forward through pages if you would like. When you see a headphone, that's the audiobook. When you see the book, that is the electronic book that you could read the print. If either of those symbols is in black, that means the book is available for checkout. If you hover over it, you see you have the option to borrow it, to listen to a sample. This is the bookmark, which if you click on that, it will turn red, and that means you bookmarked that book in your wish list that you could read for later. That's all it means. It doesn't mean that you have to check it out. And if you don't want it in your wish list anymore, you could just click that ribbon again. This is a share, and if you click on the More button, that will take you to a little bit more about the book, where you could read a description. If you click on More, you'll see the description, a little bit about the author. Some of them have reviews. You could also click into the book and read a sample, or listen to a sample. In this case, this is an audiobook. Audiobooks are simple as clicking the word play. And it says drag from left to right to rewind a few seconds. The further you drag, the further back you go. Click the cover to reveal jump buttons. So they have some new options here, and it looks like it's going to take you through each of these means. This is a speed boost. If you want it to go faster or slower, you drag it to the right for faster, to the left for slower. And so OverDrive does keep track of where you are, and so wherever you left off is where it will start the next time. So I'm going to close this sample, and if you wanted to borrow that, it would just be as easy as clicking borrow. You would go to your checkouts, and you would actually choose the listen in your browser. Never download, as we don't have on our PLDs the ability to do that. When you're ready to return the title, if it's earlier than the 21 days that you have, which is 3 weeks, you would just click Return Title. I'm going to return it right now because I won't be reading it. All right. So another option I'm going to just click on the historical fiction option again, is to obviously read print. Now, if we go over to the left-hand sidebar, we can refine our search a little bit so that you can only see the books that are available. So the first thing I would click on is Available Now. And now I get all of the books that are available. The ones in gray, they're available, but not for your age level, for the high school. So we're going to get rid of that option. We're going to go down to interest level and click on the plus, and we're going to click middle grades. At that point, then you should get all of the books that are black and available for checkout. And you see, if you go down to the bottom of the page, there are 29 of them. You could keep going and divide these books by Lexile, by text difficulty, we've already divided it by subject historical fiction. Let's see if that's still 29, and it is 29. So the left-hand side will allow you to apply filters to refine your search so you don't have so many books to look through. Let's take a look at the Lie Tree, and that's a print book in digital copy. So we're going to go ahead and sample that. Now, just to remind you of how you go through books, if you click on the left-hand side, you'll go back to the left. If you click on the right-hand side, you'll advance to the right. You may also use your arrow keys on your keypad. In addition, if you click in the middle, you'll get the menu, and the 3 lines at the top will give you a menu over on the left-hand side. And if you're going to want to read a little bit about the book in the sample, you could look at the overview and get a quick summary. You could also look at some chapters, and you can explore through your other items on the left-hand side. Lastly, what I wanted to show you is I'm going to borrow this book so you can see how you can access this book if you don't have access to the internet. Now, how OverDrive works, remember, is that wherever you have internet, you can read your book by just going into the Learning Portal, accessing OverDrive through middle level resources, and reading your book where you left off. But say you are going to go somewhere where you don't have internet access, for example, the car. You would want to download this book prior to leaving your internet access. So I would log into your computer at home to Fargo Public Schools, then you go to the Learning Portal, then to Middle School Resources, and then to OverDrive, and you are going to download it to the device that you're going to take with you. If that's an iPad or some sort of tablet, you can download it to that device. So I've checked out the Lie Tree, and now I've clicked into it to start reading. Now at this point, I'm going to go to the middle of the page and get my menu. I click on my menu, and over on the left-hand side, you say Offline Access. Now, what it's going to do in the left-hand sidebar is give you the directions to download this book to your device that you'll be taking with you. And the directions will be different for, say, an Apple device as compared to our PLDs. And so you just do what it says. For this, it's a one-click. It's download for offline reading. And it's going to go to become a tab up at the top, and I'll show you when that finishes. At that point, you can bookmark your book, and it will be right in, always in your browser when you open up. And I guess that's taken a little bit longer than I thought. But it will download for you, and so since it's on the device, then you won't need internet access to actually read it, for example, while you're in the car. So that is about it with OverDrive. Other than, I guess, if you go to your account and you take a look at the right-hand side, you can see how many checkouts you have, if you have holds, what your lists look like, and if you go to your wish list, that's where if you click on that little bookmark, you'll see what you have in your wish list. If you want to get rid of them from here, you can just click right on that little ribbon again and say yes, you want to delete. And you can even click on settings and change the way this book looks. 21 days is the amount to check out. Please don't change the lending period. That's not necessary. But you could change your theme or the fonts or the contrast, and that gives the book a little different look. So please come on into the library if you have any other questions about OverDrive.